The Pythagorean theorem. The Pythagorean theorem states that the square of the side opposite the right angle, also known as the hypotenuse, this side right here, and we square it, the square of the side opposite the right angle equals the sum of the squares of the other two side lengths. So the other side length, one of them is A, and we square it. The other side length is B, and we square it, and we add them together. Things to remember is that the hypotenuse, the side that stands alone on one side of the equal sign, is always opposite the right angle. It's always the longest side. So if I wanted to label the hypotenuse in each of the following triangles and state the equation that could be written to relate three sides, the first thing I do is I look for my right angle and I draw an arrow across. So in this situation, b squared stands alone and it equals a squared plus c squared. Again, look for my right angle. Pause the video and try and do this question and part C and D yourself. Now that you've done that, A is the hypotenuse. In this case, it stands alone, and I write it equals b squared plus c squared. Find my right angle, draw a line across. So F stands alone, and we square the sides, so it's F squared is a squared plus c squared. Find my right angle, draw a line across, and I've got a squared equals b squared plus c squared. Again, that's written neatly there for you to copy later. Things to remember about using the Pythagorean theorem. It may only be used if it's a right triangle. If it's not a right triangle, you cannot use the Pythagorean theorem to find the third side of a triangle if you know the other two sides. Only if it's a right triangle can you use it to find the third side if you know the other two sides. For example, solve for the missing side correct to one decimal place where necessary. Find my hypotenuse, draw a line across, draw a line across to my hypotenuse. That's the side that stands alone. So I've got x equals something squared plus something squared. And in this case, it's 3 squared plus 4 squared. So x squared is 9 plus 16. And x squared is 25. And in order to solve for x, I need to square root both sides. And I find out that x is 5. For the next question, find my right angle. Draw a line across to my hypotenuse, and I see that 7 stands alone. So I have 7 squared is 6 squared plus w squared. So 49 is 36 plus w squared. Now I know in order to get the w squared by itself, I have to subtract 36 from both sides, which will leave me 13 on the left. And to solve for w, I need to square root both sides. And using my handy dandy calculator, I get that w is 3.06 approximately, and I put my dot above my equal sign, and it wanted to move to round to one decimal place, which is the column the zero's in, but the number beside is bigger than 5, so it becomes 3.1 is approximately equal to w. And again, have a look at the next slide. It's written much more neatly in order for you to copy it out. Oh, sorry, I copied the decimal answer wrong onto the screen before. So let's just go back, fix that up. That should have been 3.60. So it's about 3.6.